Boys and girls, usually we start with kindergarten, but we're going to do a little something different today. We're going to start with our fifth graders. Our fifth graders are our model students. So other grade levels, make sure you watch your fifth graders as to how they line up and things like that when we start our Terrific Kid program, okay? All right. I'm trying to think of anything else. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. Well, good morning and welcome to Kelley Smith Elementary School. We really appreciate your support and your interest in your children. They've done a wonderful job. This is our last Terrific Kids ceremony for the year, and I'd like to introduce you Mr. Overturf with the Kiwanis Club.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of my incoming president, Kingsley Plimpton, and about 60 other members of Azalea City Kiwanis, we just want to take a moment to welcome parents, and I see grandparents and friends that are here to honor these young people. As he said, of course, today does end another year here at Kelley Smith. In fact, today ends our 20th year that we have done Terrific Kids here at Kelley Smith Elementary School. So I want to take a moment to thank him for allowing us to be a part of this school and to continue this program here. I also want to make sure that you realize that there's two of our sponsors that have been with us, in fact, the whole 21 years that we've been in Putnam County, and that's Burger King of Palatka and Golden Corral. So if you happen to go by as you're redeeming your coupons for your students, make sure you see the manager or the owners if they happen to be there and just tell them thank you for their support over all these years. And the last thing I want to say is thank you to these students. We're certainly proud of their accomplishments. In a moment, they'll be reading to you what their teachers and sometimes even their classmates have said about them and why they're nominated today. And it's a well-rounded program. We're certainly proud of each one of them, and we just say to you, thank you for what you're doing and just keep up the good work. Thank you.
Right before we get started, I think there's an echo, so we have somebody coming to fix it. Is it echoing right now? Good? Still echoing? No? All right. I'll make sure I stay back. All right, our first Terrific Kid nominee is Caleb Myers out of Miss Bradford's class. Come on up. Miss Bradford writes, Caleb is such a sweet boy. He is always smiling or trying to make others smile. Caleb works very hard to do the right thing at all times. He is polite and respectful to everyone he talks to. Caleb always completes his classwork and has not missed a homework assignment all year long. Caleb is such a pleasure to have in class. He is truly a terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Hickenlooper's class, Brady Eccles. He was nominated because he is a wonderful student. Brady comes to school each day with a friendly attitude and a smile on his face. He works extremely hard and completes all assignments to the best of his ability. Brady offers to help his classmates with any task. He is polite and respectful to his peers and to adults. Brady is such a pleasure to have in class. His caring attitude is obvious and sincere. Way to go, Brady. Keep up the awesome work. Our next Terrific Kid nominee is Caleb Water out of Mrs. Morris's class. Mrs. Morris writes, Caleb is a kind, helpful young gentleman who comes to class every day prepared and ready to learn. Caleb is very caring towards others and never has a negative thing to say about anyone. Caleb also cares about his academics. He thrives to be successful and works hard to make good grades. Caleb is a great model to others and constantly shows his sharp expectations. It has been a joy having Caleb in my class this year. He is my terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Morris. Our next Terrific Kid nominee is Robert out of Miss Modal's class. Robert Warwick, I'm sorry. Mrs. Modal writes, Robert is my terrific kid for this 9 weeks because he demonstrates the quality that all people should strive for. He is a Boy Scout who follows the Boy Scout law no matter the situation. Robert is courteous, cheerful, and friendly. He makes sure that everyone feels comfortable and happy when he is around. His demeanor makes people feel at ease and calm. He is also trustworthy and helpful. I know that if I ask Robert to do something in class, he'll get right to it. He volunteers to do things that others may not want or think to do. When I talk to Robert, I know that he will tell the truth, even if that means he might get in trouble. Last but not least, Robert is kind. He never has a bad thing to say to or about anyone. Robert possesses these qualities and many others that make him a wonderful student, Boy Scout, friend, and terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Simmons' class is Michaela Howard. Michaela is a wonderful young lady who is responsible, helpful, respectful, and hardworking. She tackles each new challenge willingly and gives her best effort on all tasks. Michaela has a sweet, caring nature. She works well both in cooperative groups and independently. She is a good reader and works very hard on improving her math skills. She is eager to help and give encouraging words to others. She arrives each day with a bright, pretty smile and a positive attitude. It is a pleasure to teach a terrific student like Michaela. Congratulations. Our next student is Elijah Dixon. He is our kid with character out of Miss Bradford's class. Miss Bradford writes, Elijah Dixon was nominated because he always cooperates with his team during work assignments. Eli is very respectful to his teacher and other staff members. He keeps himself and others safe by acting responsibly. Eli always has an encouraging word for his classmates. Eli is a pleasure in the classroom and is often relied upon as our go-to leader. Congratulations. Our next kid with character is Mackenzie Robbins out of Miss Hickenlooper's class. Mackenzie was nominated because she works very hard and gives every task 100%. Mackenzie is polite and respectful to all adults. She completes all assignments and never complains. She is kind and considerate to her classmates and is always willing to lend a hand. Mackenzie's calm demeanor and warm smile brighten the classroom. She is a joy to have in class. Congratulations, Mackenzie. Keep up the great work. Our next kid with character nominee is Hannah Keene out of Mrs. Morris's class. Hannah was nominated because she is great at demonstrating our sharp expectations as well as being a role model to others. One classmate wrote, Hannah is always focused and is always on the learning track to success, and she makes outstanding grades. Another student wrote that Hannah always follows directions and does what she is told. As you can see, Hannah really stands out as a leader to her classmates. I am proud to announce Hannah as our class kid with character. Love, Mrs. Morris. Our next kid with character is Shemaiah out of Miss Modal's class. Shemaiah Torrance. She was nominated as our kid with character as she has proven time and again that she is and knows all school expectations. Shemaiah is very respectful in class to me and the other students. She is thoughtful and kind when interacting with others. She is aware of how her actions will affect those around her and acts accordingly. Shemaiah is such a good kid with character that she has been on safety patrol so she can help other children follow our school expectations. Congratulations, Shemaiah. And our last kid with character for 5th grade is Lainey Wilkinson out of Miss Simmons' class. Lainey Wilkinson was nominated because she shows cooperation in everything she does. She always helps others with anything they need, from borrowing paper or a pencil to explaining a math problem to helping with computer issues. Lainey is always kind, polite, and goes out of her way to make others feel good about themselves. She is respectful, responsible, and friendly. She never complains and never gives up on anything. She encourages everyone to be their best they can be. She has a wonderful smile and laugh and makes people happy to be around her. Congratulations. All right, our kindergarten students, let's line up against the wall. Good job. Thank you, fifth graders, for leading the way. We really appreciate it. All right, our first terrific kid nominee out of Miss Hager's class is Mackenzie Thomas. Come on up. Mrs. Hager writes, Mackenzie is incredibly helpful to her classmates. It is not uncommon to find her leaning over someone's table to explain a math problem or help someone sound out a word. She is always willing to lend a helping hand. Mackenzie has learned all 100 sight words and has passed over 100 lessons in iReady. We can always count on her to lead by example with exceptional behavior. We love you, Mackenzie. Love Mrs. Hager and your friends. Our next terrific kid nominee is Michael Boyette out of Miss Hood's class. Michael has really excelled this year in all areas of his education. I'm very proud of the wonderful student that he has become. He is always kind and considerate of his classmates. He listens and cares deeply about completing his work correctly. He says he wants to drive a semi-truck at the paper mill when he grows up. But I have a feeling he will end up going to grad school one day. I also think he's going to win over a lot of pretty young ladies with his cute little dimples. Michael, you rock. Keep up the great work. Love Mrs. Hood. Our next terrific kid nominee, is Jordan Tootin out of Miss Hudson's class. Jordan is the terrific kid from Mrs. Hudson's class. Jordan enters our class each morning with a smile, ready to learn. When we are reading a story, she is very attentive and is always ready with an answer. She is a member of the Highway 100 Sight Word Club. Jordan is a helper to her classmates and to me. She is a table leader as well as small group leader. As a small group leader, she helps other children complete tasks. If a pencil box gets dropped, she helps pick up the pieces. If someone needs a friend on the playground, she plays with them. I am very proud of Jordan and all she is learning in kindergarten. Keep up the good work. Jordan, you are a terrific kid, and we are proud of you. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Ms. Kazuski's class is Jackson Altman. Miss K writes, I chose Jackson Altman to be my terrific kid because he is a terrific kid. He exemplifies our shark expectations by showing cooperation, having self-control, acting responsibly, respecting others, keeping safe, and saying encouraging words and doing nice things. Jackson works hard to be the best kindergartner he can be, always doing his best and following the golden rule. He is a joy. Congratulations, Jackson. Thank you for being such a terrific kid. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Tipton's class is Chavalis Kearse. Miss Tipton writes, I chose Chavalis Kearse to be my terrific kid because he's a good listener, great helper, an awesome friend to his classmates. He always shows active listening as a great role model for the other students. Chavalis is kind to others and is always willing to help anyone in need. Chavalis does his best and always tries to finish all of his work. These are the reasons I chose Chavalis to be my terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Russell Bickford's class is Isabella Hewson Green. Congratulations. Isabella has made a great deal of progress in the last 9 weeks. She works extremely hard and her efforts show. I am so proud of Isabella's growth. Isabella can always be counted on to complete her work in centers as well as independently. She works well with her peers and is a role model of appropriate behavior in the classroom. Isabella actively participates in all group activities and discussions. Keep up the great work. Love, Miss RB. Our student with character out of kindergarten comes out of Miss Kazuski's class, Braden Penner. I chose Braden as our kid with character because he exemplifies what a Kelley Smith shark truly is. Braden always shows cooperation. He works well with others and is helpful. Braden has self-control. He keeps his hands, feet, and objects to himself. I never have problems with Braden being able to control himself. Braden acts responsibly. I can trust him to always tell the truth. Braden respects others. He quietly listens to others when they are speaking and always respects their property. Braden keeps safe. He knows how to follow school rules on the playground, hallways, cafeteria, and in the classroom. Braden always encourages others. These are the reasons Braden Penner is our kid with character. Congratulations. First grade students, please line the wall. Our first terrific kid out of first grade, out of Mrs. Barnes' class, Cole Roberts. Come on up. Cole has made outstanding progress in all academic and social areas. Cole comes to school each day with a smile and an I can do attitude. He does his very best work and never says, I can't. Cole is always willing to help others that need help. He is a friend to all and loved by all. Cole follows the rules and tries to be the very best first grader that he can be. He is truly a very terrific kid. We love you, Mrs. Barnes, and your first grade friends. Our next terrific kid nominee is Julius Mendoza out of Mrs. Griffith's class. Julius is equally supportive of his classmates in both learning and play. Julius is often quick to complete his assignments. If the students are working independently, he waits quietly when his work is done so as not to distract his classmates. When working in groups, he is supportive of his classmates and works with them to get the task complete. On the playground, Julius is thoughtful of others by sharing, taking turns, and including his classmates to play. His good manners, attention to his work, and consideration of others are some of the many things that makes Julius a terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Methin's class, Ariana Holmes. I chose Ariana to be my terrific kid because she is a good listener, kind to others, works hard to be the best first grader she can be. Ariana practices good listening skills all the time. Her eyes are on the speaker. She sits very still and focuses in on what is being said. Ariana is kind to others and takes care not to hurt the feelings of her classmates and those around her. She stands up for others and will not let others be bothered. Ariana always does her best and tries hard to be the best first grader she could be. These are the reasons I chose Ariana Holmes to be my terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee is Jazara Fields out of Miss Tim's class. You were nominated because your behavior has been wonderful this year, because you use excellent manners throughout the day. As my telephone operator, you always get compliments on your phone etiquette. You have done a very terrific job. Also, I am so proud of your work in class or home, which you do neatly and completely. You have been a great role model for having a positive attitude toward school and learning. Your oceans of learning first grade classmates have appreciated your sweetness and friendship. Keep surfing, reading, and writing this summer. Love and hugs, Mrs. Timms. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Wallace's class, Kaylin Gordon. Kaylin is a kind-hearted student. She is kind to everyone. She works hard to follow directions and do what is asked of her. Kaylin often offers to help me and her classmates. When our class goes out to play, she makes sure everyone has someone to play with. Kaylin is a joy to teach. These are just a few of the reasons why I chose Kaylin as my terrific kid. Keep up the good work and congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee is Ray Brown out of Miss Williams' class. Ray is a wonderful student. He works very hard in class to reach his goal of becoming a proficient reader. Even though he doesn't really enjoy reading on the computer, his iReady score has soared this year. Ray is a pleasure to be around with his sweet and loving personality. He gets along well with any partner assigned. Ray's smile and kind words reflect the love he has for his family, always caring about his mother, younger brother, and new baby sister. Ray is truly one terrific kid. Congratulations. All right, second grade students, line up. Our first terrific kid nominee out of Miss Alshire's class in second grade is Caden Iokoko. Caden is my terrific kid for several reasons. The first reason is because of his wonderful, caring, nurturing personality. Caden helps others, helps me, and helps himself. He never gives up. He keeps on trying even when things get very difficult. His positive outlook and helpful ways truly help our classroom to be the best place ever. Caden, continue to be the hard-working, happy, and helpful student / friend that you are, and the sky is the limit. I love you forever, Mrs. Alshire. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. Brown's class is Gavin Miles. Gavin is an all-around outstanding student. His curiosity adds so much to the lessons. Gavin's excitement for learning makes teaching a joy. He works well with his peers, demonstrates the ability to lead discussions, and has such a great understanding of the standards that have been taught that he can now teach others. His kindness, respect, and consideration for others just enhance the reasons he is our terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Cooper's class is Dakota Baker. Dakota comes to school each day with a smile on her face. She is always ready to learn and try her best. Dakota is always willing to help others whenever they are in need. She is a great friend to everyone. I am very proud of Dakota for always being a good example for others to follow. She truly is a terrific kid. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Mullis's class, Colby Coleman. Colby greets me each morning with his bright and cheerful smile. He begins his work right away. Colby is a great listener in class and always shows great enthusiasm toward learning new things. He is an awesome encourager and his team and always participates during class discussions. He is very sensitive to others' feelings and makes sure that his classmates are included when playing kickball outside. He is eager to please and always uses kind words and very good manners. Congratulations, Colby. You truly are a terrific kid. Love, Miss Mullis. Congrats. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Severance's class is Cody Mullis. Cody is a great all-around student. He works hard to achieve those awesome grades. He uses all the strategies he has been taught and also helps other students, showing them and explaining those strategies to them. I could always depend on Cody for any task at hand. He's my computer man, technology man, and brighten my day man with his cheerful smile, especially with those teeth missing. Cody will work for Legos, free time, and playground. Keep up the hard work. You are my shining star. Love, Miss Severance. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Simpson's class is Ashton Register. Ashton shows many characteristics of a terrific kid. He always is willing to help his classmates when they do not understand. Ashton uses his manners when speaking to adults. Ashton shows honesty when he finds things because he always turns them in. Ashton shows self-discipline in class when he is at centers. He is able to focus and get assignments completed in a timely manner. Ashton is very curious, always asking questions about the different topics of study. Ashton has been an asset to our room by providing a wealth of knowledge that he shares with his classmates. Ashton is a true, terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Simpson. Third grade students, let's line up. Our first terrific kid nominee out of Miss Edwards' class is Jared Rich. Jared is responsible, kind, and respectful. He listens intently to instruction and follows routines and procedures without fail. Jared loves to learn. He seeks out information and goes above and beyond when completing assignments with creativity and attention to detail. Jared is helpful and kind. When his classmates heard our last Terrific Kid ceremony for the year was approaching, they all began to chatter about how they thought Jared would be our class Terrific Kid. Jared stands out as a leader and friend in our classroom. My students and I truly believe that Jared Rich is terrific. Congratulations. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Paul's class is Natasia Brown. Mrs. Paul writes, I nominated Natasia because she is an exceptional young lady. Natasia has made good behavior choices all year and uses her manners daily. She has shown her teacher and herself how hard she can work to achieve what she wants. She has worked hard to become a reading superstar. It is such a joy to watch Natasia learn something new and show excitement in class. She truly makes our classroom a better place. Natasia, thank you for being a wonderful classroom helper. I am very proud of the young lady you are becoming. Remember to always stand up for what is right and to never give up on your dreams. Love, Mrs. Paul. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Rebel's class is Marty Link. Mrs. Rebels writes, it is my pleasure to nominate Marty Link as the terrific kid of our class. Marty is a student who is truly a blessing to have. He represents a terrific kid in many ways. He is trustworthy, enthusiastic, respectful, responsible, inspiring, friendly, intelligent, and courageous. Marty walks through the door each morning with the brightest smile on his face. He is always there to help each student in our class. I can always count on Marty to lend a helping hand or to cheer someone up. Every day, Marty is full of energy and ready to learn. His attitude towards school and his learning is always positive. Marty is always first to raise his hand to share a story or answer a problem. He works well with his teammates and portrays the skills of a leader. I know that Marty is a student who wants the best for his future. I couldn't be happier to choose our Smarty Marty as our terrific kid. Way to go, Marty. Congrats. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Sherwood's class is Ali Zabad. Mrs. Mrs. Sherwood writes, I nominated Ali because he comes straight into class and begins morning work immediately. He reads his work and tries his best to get all of his answers correct. Ali has a very methodical, creative process and is able to complete multiple tasks, sometimes with favorable results. He is very loving and finds comfort in a pat on the back, a hug, or a simple smile. Ali is learning to accept challenges that are presented to him and is becoming prepared for the skills necessary to reach his goals. I've learned a lot about Ali this year and have had the opportunity to observe his participation and interaction with his classmates and his team. He has worked hard this year and has grown in many different aspects. He comes from a very hard-working family who has pushed him to grow and develop critical thinking skills. They have done a great job with him, helping him in his scholastics and teaching him that it's not about being the best, but doing your best. I'm so proud of you, Ali. Congratulations. Love, Miss Sherwood. Our next terrific kid nominee is Josie Pogue out of Miss Amber Williams' room. Josie is a terrific kid for many reasons. She is always willing to help her classmates anytime they need help. She is also eager to assist in the classroom whenever I need anything. Josie has also grown academically this year. Her confidence level is through the roof, and she is sure of her many abilities. I'm very proud of Josie's progress this year. She is very deserving of this award. She is our terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Williams. Fourth graders, go ahead and line up. Soon to be fifth grade as we progress in the next year. Our first terrific kid nominee in fourth grade out of Miss Bellamy's class is Christian Hunter. Mrs. Bellamy writes, Christian always has a kind word to offer other students. Christian is always eager to help his peers. He works well with other students in our classroom. He strives to do his best and help others do their best. Christian always has a smile on his face and enjoys seeing and making other people laugh. He is very punctual and always on time. We have enjoyed having Christian in our class this year. Have a great summer. Love, Mrs. Bellamy. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Hayes' class is Michela Wiggins. Michela stands out among her peers. She is a true example of a student that goes beyond what is asked of her to be successful. Michela pays attention to her surroundings. She volunteers to help her fellow peers as well as the teacher. Often I see Michela organizing and cleaning without being asked. She has a positive attitude that is infectious among her peers. She strives for perfection. Often I see Michela rereading or reworking her work to make sure she has the correct answers. She has worked hard to earn many reading counts points this year. Congratulations, Michela. You are a terrific kid. Love, Miss Hayes. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Knapp's class is Michaela Dixon. Sorry, Malachi Dixon. Malachi is a shining example of the A for act responsibly and our shark expectations. He comes to school ready to learn and to do his very best each and every day. Malachi is a great role model for others because he asks questions when he needs help and is quick to explain and answer when others need help. His enthusiasm for learning and his eagerness to always do his best makes Malachi a joy to teach and one terrific kid. Congratulations, Malachi. We are proud of you. Love, Miss Knapp. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Rayburn's class is Emily Hewson. Emily was nominated as our terrific kid because she is most definitely terrific. Emily joined our class this year after moving here from Tallahassee. She jumped right in and made friends with everyone. She is always smiling and the first person to jump in and lend a helping hand. Emily is trustworthy and I could always count on her to make the right decision. She is respectful of her classmates and other teachers. I am very proud of Emily and how hard she works in reading and math. She has grown tremendously in her academics this year and always gives her best work. Emily was selected because she sets an example of what a Kelley Smith Shark should be. She's going to go far in life and has a very bright future. I am so thankful to have her as a part of our class family. Love, Mrs. Rayburn. And our last terrific kid nominee is Leasia Hutcherson out of Miss Rhymes' class. Leasia is truly a terrific kid. Leasia is my terrific kid because she works so hard at all that she does. She is always polite and very helpful to her classmates. She always does her best at her classwork as well as in all other areas in the school. She's a joy to have in class because she is an excellent student and a very sweet girl. I can always count on her to do her best in any situation. She is an excellent role model for other students in the class. She is also a very good friend to all of her classmates and tries to help them in any way that she can. I have many students who exhibit a lot of these traits, so what made Leasia stand out is her willingness and desire to work hard and long to achieve the best results in her academic work. Leasia is truly a terrific kid. I feel blessed to have her in my class this year. Congratulations. This concludes our Terrific Kid program. We really appreciate all the hard work our parents, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents, nieces, nephews, everybody have put into putting the work in with your children. So we want to give all of you a round of applause. Thank you all very much.
The changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall.
Since 1915, Kiwanis International has touched millions of lives through thousands of service programs for children around the world. When you help one child, you help the world.
Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference.